Okay.
All is death.
Good. Mystery says I grab my controller. Well. Fabulous.
Prizes await me as soon as you kill this thing. And I run over there. Come on. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work, right? They have ridiculous magic defense.
Aww.
But now we know she's faster.
Who's got the Metal King sword?
Somebody.
Is it
one of the
Mina?
sisters. Yeah, one of the sisters.
You might want to give that over to Kirill if he's going to be in the party. I just had that realization of, where's your super sword? Fizzle.
Yes, thank you. I was like, I had a plan in my head and could not think of...
I know what you were going for. That's why I didn't speak up. I was just waiting for it to happen. Thank you, again, thank you so much for using stats effect spells in this game. Of course, they don't cast spells while you've done that to them, but whatever.
Time for the bugle.
Does Torneko have the sword? He has a sword of miracles. He does not have the liquid metal sword. Which I think was given to Mina when you were doing grinding in the crypt.
It's very possible.
And by grinding, I mean a quick jaunt down there that took, what, 10 minutes?
Yep. And most of that was trying to find them. Also, hello.
Hi, welcome back.
We just realized that, you know, if Kirill's going to be in the party, and Mina isn't, maybe he should get the liquid metal sword.
Yeah.
Or, hot take, just give the liquid metal sword to the hero. Conversely, you could just bring the sisters along. They're kind of behind in levels.
Yeah, we
You
might
get hooked on the sisters.
we might swap around. What about Super Mage Party?
I'd bring an auto attacker, also known as Elena, or Ragnar.
Who currently doesn't have a weapon. Unless
He
we
can
were to
get the liquid
give
metal.
him
The liquid metal sword.
sword.
No.
But I feel like I've been neglecting all of my
Hey,
all my mages.
If you want to bring him along, then she's got the sword, so she'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll have an auto attacker in the form of Mina.
And the main character.
Yeah. We'll just do that.
Mage Party.
It'll
can
be
have-
fine.
We can have the hard casters blow things up. Does one of the sisters have the goddess ring right now?
No, we might rearrange inventory a tiny bit.
Right. Our party does have a guest, but she's just sort of hanging out in the wagon for now.
She
The happy hat that you totally got from the Mini King that you were
Have
going
we
to go
gotten
do,
the happy
guys.
hat where you're actually
No.
supposed to earn from the Mini King yet?
I distracted Newbie when he was supposed to go do that.
I
yeah,
see.
let's go do that real fast.
You can give that to Boria. My bad. Now, technically, Newbie has other places he can get a bunch of mini medals, but that involves doing his town side quest. So,
Ah,
but spoiler warning: there's another time gate for that that's you're about to hit. So you might as well just keep going and do the side quest stuff in a little bit. While the sisters can equip the happy hat,
Boria.
they have a decent piece of.
Boria's still
gear
wearing a
already on.
leather hat.
He's
Yes.
wearing a leather helmet. It's almost like he's decent now.
Yeah, after we got him 2 endgame worthy pieces of gear.
One of which Boria just stole.
You mean Torneko?
Boria just stole from Torneko.
Oh, I see.
I have been wearing this leather armor for the cloak of evasion for about 6 hours. I need something else.
Yoink.
Oh, she already has the goddess ring on. Okay, you're good.
That's right, we put it on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your offensive spellcasters have MP regeneration.
Yeah, they're in sustain mode, and Mina has the sword.
Yes. Ready to go.
Now I'm gonna see how effective this is gonna be.
Probably not very. It's monsters lower than your level.
Worked more than I thought it would.
Yep, that's true.
Turns out metal slimes are really low level. Oh no.
Were we encountering a jillion of them?
We encountered one before you got here.
I see.
It immediately ran away. And that's when I realized we don't have that sword equipped. We don't have that sword in the... Where's the sword?
Where did
Crumb.
you leave the sword?
Yeah.
What do metal kings carry?
I'm pretty sure they...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
hi.
Yeah.
Maya, start swinging and fish for those instant kills.
Oh. Oh boy.
Oh, goodness. They mean business. Bye. How much health do these guys have?
More than enough.
Yeah!
Where were we?
And they're caught up.
Oops, all leveled.
That will probably get all of them 2 levels, except for maybe Newbie.
Sorry, I got distracted. I was going to ask, what is their drop?
Pretty sure it's the Shoes of Happiness. I'll look it up right now.
Okay, yeah. The elevating shoes. Insulatal. It's the all-target insulate. There is no single-target insulate.
That spell is invaluable.
Oh, we'll look at it in a moment. Well,
Yep.
It's an in-battle spell, so I'll look at it next combat.
It decreases fire and ice damage.
Dope.
Yeah, breath attacks do less damage.
Yeah, just got to hit with everyone. That easy thing to do against metal slimes. Hello.
Yeah, it's time! Jesus Christ, Maya, simmer down.
She was way behind in levels.
I mean, she only gained 2. They all gained 2.
I lied, actually. The Metal King Slime does not have the Shoes of Happiness. It has the Liquid Metal Helm.
Oh. Yeah, okay, I can see why you would flip your shit if your team had...
Immediately
Torneko
on
steal.
Torneko.
Well, yeah, if he steals one, he fucking earned it.
It is actually a very good piece of equipment for Torneko, but it would also be really good for
Ragnar.
anyone who puts it on.
Yeah.
It's got resistances to confusion, paralysis, and sleep.
Good hat.
It's the end game hat for a lot of people.
Yeah. And the only way you can get it is by winning at the casino.
Nope.
Well.
Once again, that is the shield.
Right. Well, what do we win? A dragon field. Good.
You won money.
I guess that's fair.
You can use the shield to learn gain money.
Straight into the bag.
I don't think I've ever heard the dungeon music go on this long.
It's pretty good dungeon music.
Look at the phrase gain money. Oh, wait, that was a Penny Arcade thing. Or rather, Petrographis thing.
Going up.
Alright, that's up. I don't want to go up.
If you want to go back down and explore, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Back down.
Here.
this place is rather confusing, and you can get lost very easily.
I, for some reason, thought that was going to go down. This is going to be Mimic. Or...
Nope, it's another global arrow.
All right.
That's why I was actually like losing it a little bit when you got it, because it's one of those you just found another one. Yes, please give it to
Yes,
Maya.
please give it to the 90 defense, squishy as fuck
I
wizard.
forget why. Oh, because Robe Serenity was super good. Yeah, sleep.
We found it
oh,
literally
never
in the
mind.
cave where we found the seed for cure.
It isn't a bad piece
Fever
of gear
Fever.
for her, but if you don't have the money for a flowing
Flowing
robe,
dress. Yeah.
flowing robe,
Flowing
Boria does not
robes,
wear a
yeah.
dress.
It's dress clothing, right? That's how that
Exactly.
works.
Then the Glumblero is a very good stand-in for her.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have many equipment options. What? Because wizards don't.
As, you know, indicated by Boria still wearing a fucking leather hat until we found an happy hat.
Well, there are many reasons for that. That's Boria being Boria.
Yeah, he hasn't been in Newbie's party for a while, despite the fact that he has one of the most overpowered spells in the game, and is the only party member to get access to it.
Which is
Oomph.
why, I wanted to bring all mage team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is the only member of the Chosen to learn Oomph.
And we have a designated target for it. It's Newbie.
Not a bad idea. I forget what these suckers do, but yeah.
Is it eat a crack and a sizzle?
Well, Kassizzle's single target.
No,
No, it
that's
isn't. It's the
Kafrizzle.
AoE. That's Kafrizzle, you're right.
I remember this one. What?
Yeah, yep. Why do you think I enjoyed it when it was Blaze and Fireball?
Nope.
Oh, they can't all be winners.
Now that one can. That 98 damage AoE.
That's her strongest fire spell.
She doesn't get... Oh, there's no Frizzle upgrade, is there?
No, there's another Frizzle upgrade, but that is
Right,
a
right.
different kind of magic.
Different element, because Dragon Quest.
Yes, but AoE Fire, that is her best AoE single group spell.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll accept the 100
Nice.
damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mina. It would have been really funny if this group had just walked in to gain some experience and then just walked out 20 seconds later. Well, we found a liquid metal slime. Or not, no, not liquid metal slime, a metal slime king. God damn it, stop finding these.
No, they're good. We need them.
They're in chests. You can't get mad at me.
This chest originally didn't have one.
Oh, what did it have originally?
I don't know, but you're not supposed to have two of them.
Well,
Oops.
wipe protection for everybody.
That's not what that is.
Well, I mean, no. That's the
The leaf.
plunk bracelet?
No. The revive after dying is the Yggdrasil leaf. The dew is
Full heal.
full heal.
Check out where that... Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe one of the bracers, either Kerplunk or Farewell, is also white damage.
Hmm.
This
Think we've already been
is
here.
this is a way down faster.
Yeah. Hopefully that platform's still there when you go outside.
Looks like yes.
These platforms are entirely too slow. I will fast forward them every time.
Thank you. It's like casting Flux.
You know, in case we want to make steel.
Wrong flux.
Nope. There's a staircase. There's a staircase. Two staircases.
Take my bets with this one. This might be the right way. This feels like the right way. Actually, I could go either or on this one.
Well, you can check to see where this one goes.
That looks like the right way.
Oh, you need to have all the... Yeah, that's the right way. You need to have all the Zenithian gear on for that. Or nope,
In your
it's just
inventory.
being finicky.
It needs to be in your inventory.
Nope,
That's-
there's one later on I think you need to have it all on. I think. Unless the game changed it to make it less finicky, which would be great. Yeah, you
This
can keep
extremely
exploring.
seems like the right way, but... Hey look, it's white protection bracer.
I know one of those. For now, these will be stored, and then like, I don't know, before the final boss, I'll dole these out. On
Throw that on a bunch of people. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
this definitely seems like moving along.
Yeah,
if you want to go check out that other staircase, you can, but
absolutely
just go back real fast.
The newbie will never not check out that other staircase.
Oh, I meant the staircase here before going back down, but this is fine.
Always. And we'll get there.
Why did that have such bad hit detection? That was so weird.
There is one place in here that I thought you needed to have all of it equipped in order to get on.
I guess we'll find out.
Okay, and then...
Yeah, it's this one in the corner. Well, one way goes into a giant tower, the other one goes to a small staircase. I wonder which way we go. Thank you for checking the walls. I appreciate that.
Very low encounter right here.
I'm digging this place. Yep.
By God.
Totally worth it.
Straight on to Boria. Damn.
Or just into the... Yeah.
Into the bag. Since
I actually would suggest start putting those on the hero. I know it's going to sound sacrilegious, but thank you.
Aha!
The MC has enough strength. Or not the MC, Elena has enough. Well, the MC
You're
that
right,
is Elena.
The MC has enough strength.
It's
the
weird.
Here.
Crumb's saying things and I just can't understand them right now.
Yeah, it just turns into gibberish.
It's the weirdest thing. I feel
30
bad.
seconds of stretch. Must be a connection issue.
Weird that Elena's the main character of this game somehow. How'd she pull that off?
Beat up newbie and took it.
She has a really good hat.
Yeah, so this was the wrong way to go.
Pranked. This is an extremely early Dragon Quest dungeon of just 30 dead ends.
Are you not having fun just constantly going around and around and around?
Hey, at least it's not
It's like we're
Final
in
Fantasy
the
II.
window. Oh, those rooms where the encounter rate is just astronomical and there's nothing in them.
The rooms where you walk in, it puts you in the dead center of the room, and when you take a step, you instantly get in a fight. Look, there are a lot of games that I will give a lot of leeway to. Final Fantasy II is not one of them.
No. Final Fantasy III NES is.
Dragon Quest XI still had stuff at the end of its dead ends.
Yeah, like the dead ends tend to be a little more interesting in later games.
Or there's just a pretty mural or something.
Also, there's no random encounters unless you're playing the 2D mode on the re-releases, so you hit a dead end and you go, well, dang.
The Beelzebubs.
I'm a very, very, very big fan of Dragon Quest XI. I don't think it's the best game ever, but it's real good.
Oh, right, look at my sword. I was like, alright, time to use a spell or item on right, you just murder.
I've been vigorously advocating for Newbie to start the best game after this one. But unfortunately, it's probably Breath of Fire.
Which best game?
Oh, come the fuck on.
There are a lot of best games.
It's Dragon Quest V, son of a bitch.
There are a lot of best games. I thought you were going to say Suikoden 3, and I'd be like, alright, I could see it.
I will not advocate for that as the best game, because I haven't played it enough to make that claim.
Yeah,
Dragon Quest V, I will actually defend as the best game in the series.
There are 2 games on the chopping block pretty soon.
I would also advocate,
might be one of them, because it is like, after watching Loon play 2, and the fun thing about watching Loon play a Suikoden game is they do see a lot more of the flaws. 2 is a breadth with really bad event flag hunts that if you don't know
there's a lot of weird decisions there.
2, I think it needed about 2 or 3 weeks to go have one last pass for editing, and it would have been something real special. Real special.
Even as it is, it's pretty stellar. It's just
it's a stellar game. It just it has bad ideas in it. Everything dealing with what's his face. The by the way, they can do this. what's the sniper guy's name? Clint?
Clive.
I don't think his
Clive.
thing is bad.
The timer on it I don't like.
It's weird and a side thing, but it's also like
It's a weird aside, but it's a sensical weird.
the thing is, it doesn't destroy your first blind playthrough at all. That existing, somebody tells you
Because-
afterwards, and you go, "Huh, that's weird,"
Yeah.
and then you move on. Whereas,
The entire town arc, Green Hill Zone, as it were.
yeah, Green Hill is kind of not a good thing. There's parts in Muse where like the first visit
pretty
that
bad.
Event flag hunts.
yeah, there's a lot of really bad event flag. There's got to be an item hidden in here somewhere.
Nope.
But that's one of the big things, and also it does have the Suikoden boss issue of the bosses in Suikoden games are wholly uninteresting.
Except for visually, where they're frequently incredibly
Yeah.
interesting.
Nope. I was wrong. Don't need to have it all equipped.
I will say.
Wait, hold on. There's some music happening.
Is there?
Well, I forgot there's a second screen.
I don't know that I ever found Polika particularly obnoxious.
There we go. Just needed to have that music kick in for a couple seconds. It's a nice ambiance.
Mhm.
Goodbye, person. I still don't know how to say your name.
Or Fiela.
Vowels. You're vowels to me now.
Oh, good. We're back in Gundam 00.
Yep. If you have more
Ribbons is
vowels
gonna
in your name
cold
than
cock us at the
random
end of
letters,
this chapter.
there's a problem.
Just gonna get punched in the nuts by Furia Toru.
Eh.
Double O had a good season.
The
It
second
did.
season wasn't terrible. It just wasn't as good as the first. First season was real good.
The first season was real good because, oh, well, thanks.
Yeah.
The
So
problem is that the second season was Zeta Gundam, but worse, and Zeta Gundam was already worse than the show it was a sequel to.
here's the thing. That little gremlin isn't supposed to give you do if you have do in your inventory, but it's bugged and will always give you one, and then it won't give you a second one unless you use up the one that you got from him. So now you have 3 of those super rare heal items.
Good. Mega elixirs for everybody, but
Hi, Mom.
Weird. Angel.
Yeah.
I called this 20 sessions ago.
you did.
Well, the game kind of made it avert.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. I
To be
will say-
fair, you said it was an elf.
Hold up. It has begun.
Thank you for that mood whiplash, by the way. But no, what I was going to say is, in this game, it's, I think, a little more obvious thanks to the updated translation. In the original NES version, it's never made explicit who this is.
No, in the first game, in the NES version, it's pretty clear who she is. It's not clear if she died or not before you get here.
Wait, is
and then you
this
find her.
supposed to be your mom?
It's
Yes,
heavily implied. Like,
this is
heavily
extremely
implied.
heavily implied to be the main character.
Your father was struck by lightning and died.
You met Granddad literally
Yeah.
2 steps out of the first city.
Yeah, that dude, that random woodcutter you met in the forest, that's your granddad.
And yes,
Huh.
this random Zenithian woman who breaks down in tears telling you this story is heavily implied to be the main character.
Hi, Sparky. How you doing? I will call this thing Duran several times because that was his name in the NES version.
Here comes a special boy,
Sparky's actually pretty darn good.
our secret 9th party member.
I mean, you're going to get random people joining up. It's just Sparky joins a little bit more than other people do.
Well, specifically, Sparky is going to be with us until the end of the chapter.
Yeah. Sparky's pretty good. I don't think he's as good as a lot of the other people in the party, but he's got some stuff.
There was at least one version of this game where metal slime variants were not immune to Sparky's breath attacks.
No, that is a thing with a lot of breath attacks. Did you see the thing glowing in the bottom right there, Newbie? It was in the patch.
What?
The grass patch.
What?
Yeah.
What?
What?
What? An extremely red rust voice. Yeah, Sparky is a dragon, and the advantage is that they're a fucking dragon.
Alright, for a second there, I thought I just walked out into nothing.
No. Fear not, for you are safe.
Fuck!
Clouds and Zenithians, you support us all.
Walk outside. Right, Clouds, dead.
Jet!
You have died.
Now a dragon has joined us on this Our Dragon quest.
So, Sparky can do breath attacks and can punch people in the face. He is good at both of those things.
Yeah, we can examine Sparky's stats when we're in wagon mode.
Ah, elves. Hi,
Elves.
Daisy. It's good to see you again.
No,
All right, but I'm gonna point
I'm
out-
sorry, hold up.
Yep.
Let me get that one again. No, oopsie.
I'm just going to point out, we've seen exactly 2 other elves over the course of the game, and both of them have had nothing good happen to them from association with humans.
They're still jerks.
Look, all I'm saying is they can recognize a pattern when they see it. I am not going to blame them for that.
I will.
Okay, so that's that.
I think you export everywhere except the main area. Stupid gremlin.
Just gonna open up all the doors.
I'm still angry that gremlin just gives you a world due.
Do you want to read the books? No. Oh, well, maybe later then.
Oh, I guess because they're in elf language, so.
They're in Zenithian. They're in Celestial.
Fortunately, Estark was definitely not bringing his A game by the time he woke up.
Yeah, so here's where it's explained why Stark was down there. It had been hinted before that someone put him there, but it was straight up, it's the Master Dragon.
And also, he never used the armlet of transmutation. Suddenly in the wagon, Elena just sort of tugs at her collar.
Oops.
That's right, King Dragon.
King Dragon. It could be worse. It could be Dr. Aegon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Hey, big man, how you doing?
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Hello!
Oh, it's the thing from the title screen.
Yes. Yeah, as it turns out, it wasn't apropos of nothing.
I think you fought like 4 battles in that tower on the way up here.
I thought that was gonna be a way longer dungeon.
Nope.
I'm considerably less almighty than advertised.
Nice that they're honest about it.
It has begun.
Hang on! God, we've got a thing for this. There we go.
Is it the prophecy?
Yes. Yes, it is. We never should have come here, and now we're going to pay. what now?
Did you actually gain a level from that?
Yes.
Amazing. Because it's almost nothing in terms of experience.
But this is the important bit.
Yeah.
It's no longer garbage. But first, what does Torneko have to say about it?
Japers.
Japers and Begora. God damn it.
It wasn't clear that Torneko was supposed to be Scottish.
Oh my god. I thought Irish.
No,
Irish.
he's Irish. He's
Sorry,
Irish.
sorry. My brain.
Ragnar is Scottish.
Yes.
Yeah, the two middle-aged men are Irish and Scottish. How could you get them mixed up? They're both purple.
They both have
But yes.
mustaches.
Torneko turned Irish as of the beginning of Chapter 3.
In battle, buddy. So are you ready to do side quests?
Oh boy.
We could be saving the world, but to give Sorrow a sporting chance.
Well, I think if you tried to go down, it'd be just we run to the end, and it might take a long time. But side quests might keep us until next week.
Okay.
Because the next section's pretty long, so it's either you do it in one go or you don't.
The next section is quite involved.
Yeah, that's a thing I was actually thinking myself and was going to ask, but decided not
But we do
to.
have an express route down.
Wait, hold up. There was definitely a goofy pixel somewhere, right? There it is. Yeah.
You're ridiculous.
We do have an express route down. That's right. Jump off.
Correct.
That doesn't take you... yeah, you have to be actually on the Zenithia
But first,
town map in order to do stuff. So Sparky. Hi, Sparky. How you doing, buddy?
we welcome our Daggeron to the party.
He's already,
What are his
yes.
stats?
Sparky has an attack power of 195. The reason why is because he doesn't have a weapon.
Much like Elena, he relies solely on strong. Stronger than Elena.
Would you actually just put him in the party and get in a fight around here so I can explain him?
Yeah.
It's hard to describe the adorable dragon kid without...
And hey, what do you know? Everybody else is caught up.
This dragon child has joined the party. This dragon child is not in the active party.
Look, my brain broke a little bit.
I just looked at the lineup and I'm like, oh.
It's okay. I've done the same thing before. Actually, I had a moment earlier today where I leaned down to tie my shoe, got distracted by someone saying hello to me, and I completely forgot what I was doing. Took 2 steps and went, right, my shoe. It might have been 7 o'clock in the morning and I wasn't quite awake yet.
That'll do.
Oh, boy.
Surprised those guys can do that.
Sparky. Well, no, yeah, I'll
No,
take it.
that's actually really good. His sweet breath is surprisingly useful.
I'll take it. Sparky is absolutely on a dragon quest. I'm just shaking my head in chat right now.
Alright, so is beefy, has breath attacks.
Yeah. So he has other types of breaths, but sweet
As
breath is pretty
demonstrated.
useful.
Yeah, so Sweet Breath is extremely powerful against random encounters, does literally nothing against bosses.
So I'm gonna guess I ride him.
Nope. He's
just part,
he's an
remember?
extra body to use for you to throw at enemies.
He's literally there to help you at the very end of your journey.
In the original game, he does it a little bit now, but not nearly as often.
You definitely summoned the wagon to your side.
But oftentimes in the original game, the first round, it would say Sparky is assessing the situation. He is a child. He's kind of a moron, and a lot of times he just sits there and goes, "Huh?" and then figures out what's going on, and then starts moving.
All right, so where are we headed out?
We're headed to
St. Newbiesburg.
St. Newbiesburg.
Hey, Sparky, want to see the big wide world? Hell yeah!
And then when we're in here, we got to go talk to Prelvis Esley.
I had managed to forget about this name.
Now we need to go back to the place where you got the liquid metal sword.
Waterfall Cave.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I have no idea where that is.
Waterfall Cave. So you can go to the Minikins Dominion and go south from there.
I think the balloon comes with us, so...
Also just take the balloon.
Yeah.
Does the world wrap?
Yes.
I can only assume.
Also, Vinaya tested this. I don't know if it happens in this version, but in the original version, when Sparky used his breath attacks, it would do 1 damage to all metal-type enemies. It wouldn't blow through them and do like 50 or anything like that. Just do 1, which is nice. But I don't know if it actually does that in this version. I think in this version, it just doesn't hurt them at all. But he's fine.
You sure showed him. Oh, yes. Also, Sparky's breath in NES Dragon Warrior always hit.
Yes.
We gotta go down here to find our husband.
I think as soon as you get to the stairwell down, just keep heading north.
I mean, it's right there.
Yeah. That's right, dual screen.
It's good because since I've been able to share the screen, you can now see what I see.
Uh-huh. And now we can go back to the Boomtown and look around. And talk to everybody. Isn't it great that the main character has both zoom and evac?
Pretty convenient, really. Can't be a hero without this level of fast travel.
Makes your life so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Talk to everybody.
Sure.
Pioneeria.
Sultan Farog sounds like he walked straight out of Eye of Aragon.
Probably.
Cool story.
I feel like there's going to be a...
Thank you, dog, for being the best dog ever. I appreciate it.
Sup, dog? I think we now have enough mini medals to get that
Well,
on.
keep looking around. Nope. Nice to be around, but nope.
I actually don't remember if Sultan Farog was an antagonist from Mother 3. Sounds like it could have been.
I have attempted to play Mother 3 like 3 times.
How far'd you get?
I got to where the game actually finally opens up.
Yeah,
Once.
it takes a while to get there.
It takes a while to get there, and B, whenever I was trying to play it, DSM or GBA emulators weren't really good enough yet. Notably, the one I was trying to use had a input desync of
so you couldn't
a half
time
second. So.
Oh, geez, and for timed hits in that game, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, it was to the point where I had to time the beat and then hit the button on the off beat.
That'd be horrible.
Syncopation.
I think the name of the character in Mother 3 that people are thinking of is Facade.
Facade, yeah.
Which, haha.
Well, given the character's story, yes.
Yeah.
I will say, Mother 3 has the greatest single JRPG enemy name I've ever seen. The Gently Weeping Guitar. I'll never not.
I'm pretty sure the original Mother 2 has my favorite, which is New Age Retro Hippie.
New Age Retro Hippie is fantastic, but the Gently Weeping Guitar destroyed me.
I get it, but just... I think as a kid it went over my head, and then I saw New Age Retro Hippie when I was an adult, and I had to actually leave the room. I was laughing so hard.
Mysteriously well. Oh, I see. Got it, Coach. I'm really stupid.
Also, whoever did the localization of this game really went out of their way to do a good job.
I am really stupid. It took me way too long to realize what was happening here.
You just stole their money. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Look, the game doesn't give me a choice.
Pretty sure you had a choice not to take that. There it is. Okay, you found the other mini medal. There's at least 2 each time.
Hey!
Hey, do you,
No!
Well, at least you're selling reasonable stuff now. It's a shame that item shops became completely useless.
When you got 3 healers in the party, which was pretty quick. Now, don't get me wrong, it was still nice to have Elena with a medical herb for a couple boss fights, but meh.
I'll never not take medical herbs off of people.
Yeah, I know.
You'll never not take medical herbs.
Yep, it's alright, it's good. We're fine here. We're gonna keep on moving. I love that Torneko has the bugle.
Right, Jeff.
Thanks, Fat Dragon Quest.
Here's a Chimera Wing. You still need those, right?
I will say, the Jeff Death event was another extremely good stream moment. Admittedly, in an I hate this sort of way, but...
The moment went on for eternity.
Yep. Oh, fuck me, not again.
What?
For some reason, it took me a while to parse Chronicles of Pioneeria for what it was.
You're really slow on some of these updates.
I'm really slow on some of these. So, the thing is, I don't necessarily have an internal monologue in the sense that I don't say a lot of these things out loud in my brain. I just parse them as text strings.
Southwest. All right.
So,
okay, that's fantastic. Thank you, Echo. Owned.
Yes?
You too, huh, Zach?
So this guy only tells you about the critter in the jailhouse in Strathbale. Bale?
Strathbale, yeah.
Strathbale. If you have talked to the Master Dragon.
3.
Yeah, good. I would strongly suggest you come back here or stay the night and then talk to everyone here in the daytime. Just make sure you got everything. And by everyone, I mean people who weren't already walking around. I don't think you've missed anything at all, but
I
I
don't
can't
think
believe I
missed
missed
that.
everything.
You got 3
Crumb
mini
did
medals,
say
which
he didn't
is
think you'd missed everything.
you
So
got the
take
important
heart.
things.
I didn't think.
I didn't think. No.
Alright, baby.
Relvis, I love you, buddy, but no.
Not at this time.
Relvis.
Fralvis.
What's his name?
Reminds me of the recent little piece of information. I learned that pretzels in a certain language is called bretzels. And
Powerful.
the word bretzels might be the funniest thing.
So, I meant to bring this up earlier since people talked about Banner Saga. Has anyone here played Ash of Gods?
Oh God. Oh no.
Never heard of it.
So, Ash of Gods is a Russian company, in their words, taking some liberties in some pieces of Banner Saga to make their own game, when
I'm
in
familiar
reality
with
they're
it
just they're whole stripping it from the
Yeah.
Banner Saga.
Great Evil King did an LP of it that wrapped up recently.
Yeah.
Was it any good?
The game or the
No.
LP?
The LP was great. The game is terrible.
The game is apparently awful. I'm sorry, I just had an aneurysm looking at that text box. Where was I? Right. So,
Yeah.
initially, he thought the game was flawed but decent, and so he wanted to do an LP of it. And then the more he played into the game, the angrier he got at it.
There's a lot of games that are based on... I don't know if you ended up watching the whole playthrough of that Mega Man fan game.
Rock and roll?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I remember things were getting rough at the end.
Oh my god, they got so bad.
From what I gathered to that game, the 8 stages were fine.
One of them had a problem, and it was mainly the same problem that the Wily stages had, was that it was too goddamn long.
Yeah.
If you're looking for the thing, it's in the jail that's next to the armor shop, I think.
But
Yeah, the Proto Man level was the real big problem.
oh, the
that
Pro
I
Man
saw.
level is so fucking bad, and it's your air quotes reward. Next to
Keep
the
going
church.
north.
There it is.
There it is.
But yeah, it's a shame because it actually has some really good ideas. It just falls for a lot of the same Mega Man problems that the base games have.
You have to keep the stages that sweet spot of difficulty and length.
Well, we now welcome monsters to St. Newbie's Burg.
Yeah. Mary Curie.
Carry on.
Mm-hmm. Is there a problem here?
None whatsoever.
If you haven't already, the pot in the corner has a mini medal in it. I think you've already hit that, though?
I have not.
Okay. Well, I think I might have told you to come back here. I don't remember if I did or not.
This text box is extremely good.
Oh, yeah.
What about this one?
It's okay, but there's no such thing as a victimless slime. I'm 100% behind.
Is this Healy?
I genuinely don't know.
I didn't tell you to come back here. Fantastic. That actually might have filled up because of the whole
No, we
Boomtown
couldn't
thing.
go in there before. It was a jail cell.
We didn't have an ultimate key, remember? That's a jail cell.
But we had the ultimate key.
Yeah, but we didn't come
had
back
it before,
here.
but we never came. We did not come there during the round.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair
Round
enough.
up.
I think everything is new now if you talk to people.
Yep. Time to make the rounds. sir.
But yes, Ash of Gods. So, like, if it were just we crewed Banner Saga's battle engine.
All right, what about this one though?
Is there something wrong?
If it just cribbed Banner Saga's battle engine, I think.
What about this one?
Dragon Quest, please don't do this to me.
We had Architect earlier.
This must be his brother.
All right. Anyway, continue. Finally, finish your thought.
Right.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting.
It's just the game. If it were just that it had cribbed Banner Saga's battle system, I think people would have been okay with it. But A, it made like changes to make the battle system strictly worse. B, a significant portion of like the shape of the plot in terms of like the general depictions of the characters and so forth are suspiciously similar to Banner Saga. And C, even if that weren't the case, the game's translation from Russian is janky enough that even a good plot probably would have gotten a little mangled, and Ash of Gods doesn't have a good plot.
Yeah, it's a lot of the writing is just, it's been translated, hasn't been localized, is probably the better way to put it.
Yeah. So, like,
there are obvious typos and grammatical errors, and it's just terrible.
Mm. But beyond that, like, it made stuff that could have been effective bad, and stuff that was bad worse. Also,
like Vinay said, there are several characters that are just, this is straight up a character from Banner Saga.
This is literally Rook.
Yeah.
Hi?
Hey, Mr. Ned, are you guarding that sparkly thing in your...
Paddock?
Paddock, thank you. I was going to say pen, I didn't really think that was right. I guess pen would work.
It could, yeah.
Dog.
Yep, you see it. That dog is your best friend.
Dog is known.
Dragon Quest. The LP is up on the
Archive. It's in the archive.
You can just investigate that for yourself.
lparchive.org. I will talk shit about something awful in its current state all the time. lparchive.org is generally pretty good material.
Yeah, the thing is that, like, one, most of its content was generated during the absolute heyday of the forum, and B, the LP forum itself... Yes. Newbie's rubbing off on me. The LP forum itself has always been pretty, like, self-encapsulated away from the rest of the forums, so it developed its own culture. It's no fire.
A&D.
Correct.
If you can tell me what movie that's from, I'd be very happy.
I am afraid I cannot.
It's from Home Alone.
Oh god, no, I didn't. What?
One of the people, when they're trying to describe reasons to go back to pick up Kevin, he lists 3 reasons. He goes A, 2, and then D. It's one of those, oh, I hope that was an ad-lib by the actor, otherwise.
I frequently reference that joke all the time, in that I will always, 9 times out of 10, say A and then 2 when I'm listing things.
Always 9 times out of 10.
Hey, 9 times out of 10, it works all the time.
Mm-hmm. But yes. Yeah.
How about this name? Yep.
He did mention it the last time we were here.
No, they were working on it.
Like I said, he mentioned it. He mentioned they were constructing it. Now it's constructed.
This part of the game is just making me go, I really hope I don't get interrupted with something tomorrow. I can actually finish Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Tomorrow, we dine in Valhalla.
So, Vinay, what is this person's name? Stray Louse.
Oh, Leo Strauss. God damn it. I was actually staring at this name for a little while, trying to figure out who the hell he was supposed to be. Because, again, like I said, I don't usually say the names out loud inside my mind. I read them as text strings, and that's it.
That's the best one for the best game for that is any of the Phoenix Wright games.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you have to say the names out loud.
I did not get Look At Me for the longest time.
Oh my god. Yeah. Good. Very good.
I haven't played many of those games, but I've seen people play them enough that I get the whole you have to say it out loud.
Frankly, I would strongly advocate for you playing the first 3 games. They're just...
I have played the first one.
Okay, then that's fine.
Adrian, it's okay.
All right. Localizers, simmer down now.
Oh, they had a field day with this part. She tried to catch the talking frog.
I'm
Lady,
pretty sure
what the hell's
Narnia has
wrong with
laws
you?
against that.
Hello, person behind the shop.
Still empty? Still empty. What's up, Zach? Yep. Hmm? Hmm?
Don't worry about it.
Don't think about it. See what you're doing right now is you're thinking about it.
The power of my stand, King Crimson.
Uh-huh.
Hello, flowing dress. Another place to pick it up.
This is an upgrade for Mina.
No, it isn't.
I know it's not, but, you know, defense, now, we talk about upgrades.
Now that's an upgrade.
Can you go back to flowing dress for a second? So, even though Boria and Maya lose 4 defense for putting on the flowing dress, it is
The
better.
elemental resistance.
It's huge.
Yeah.
That's what Insulatal is for.
That only gives you a certain amount. That gives you a flat number of resistance to it. That is very useful. And it's pretty big.
Mhm.
Which makes sense because it's wizard
Church is
gear.
never worth it. You heard
Might as
me.
well check out the church.
You heard it here first.
I know. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let that one slide by.
I did talk to dog.
I think there's also a catacombs or something around here you need to find too.
Church now has a bookshelf.
Is that a dwarf?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So they can be clerics.
Yeah, they actually make great clerics. Have we gone in the Pioneeratorium?
No,
Not yet.
Okay.
there's a lot to do.
Oh boy. There's a reason I was suggesting waiting a little bit, just do this all in one go.
It's fine. We're doing a
We're
wrap up.
exploring the design space.
Another
We're doing a little
launch.
bit of prep up.
More hoagies for Ragnar.
Sorry, yeah. Every time I see the Seed of Wisdom, because it's so different looking than the other ones. I'm gonna collect all these and just do them all at once at one point.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to use those.
Well, because I figured we were going to get a bunch.
Not as much as you might expect.
I mean, we've got a sizable number, but
Like, give me a second. I'll definitely show off how many we have at this point, because I think we have more than you think.
Seeds or lunches?
Seeds.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 2 strength seeds, 1 agility, 1 wisdom, 1 life, and 2 magic.
2 magic.
Yeah, a half a dozen.
A half a baker's dozen.
Mm-hmm. 6.5.
6.5? Yeah.
Well, a seed of wisdom is half a seed, so yeah. Doesn't actually do anything.
Doesn't it up the wisdom stat?
Yeah, but wisdom doesn't play into damage or anything like that. It's just one of the stats used to possibly determine if
Gain
you're going to learn a
spells.
spell.
Interesting.
Ah, a seed that doesn't do anything. It's a Gundam seed.
Oh no, that does plenty of things. It ruins your childhood.
Maybe it ruins your childhood.
I mean, the first time I watched it, I thought it was such a good show, and then I watched it a second time. What am I doing?
Is it you watched any episode past 13 and you're like, what the shit is this?
Gundam Seed and in part Seed Destiny were the last ones, and this is mainly due to life getting in the way. But those were the last 2 Gundam series that me and my friend, who were trying to watch most of the Gundam series, watched.
Gundam Seed Destiny, or not Destiny, Gundam Seed itself is honestly a pretty depressing show because the first 13 episodes are fucking incredible, and then it gets so bad, so
It's
fast,
outrageously bad, and then hey, see, Destiny ain't much better.
No, it's worse. As I
Destiny actually
understand
it has the same issues that Seed does, which is the first 13 episodes actually aren't bad. They're not. They're fine.
I found the main thing is I found the air quotes main character to be absolutely insufferable.
Yeah, because it's Camille from Zeta Gundam. It's just Zeta Gundam, but worse.
So, Shin is, how was I put this? He wasn't popular, or at least as popular as they were hoping to be, so they made some decisions based on him that kind of messed up the second half of that series. Also, Kira's the best person ever, and the writers will hear none of your, sass about him not being Jesus. And yes, his name was Nicole, and he liked the piano. Just get it out of the way now, chat. Just
get it out of your
through it.
system.
By the way, I am going to talk about this. Spoilers to people who have not seen this show, because I'm sure plenty of people here know what happened to Nicole. Or Nickel.
Nickel.
I know, Nickel. In the original version, it's not considered to be an accident when he dies. He kind of does it to himself. In the remastered version, it's much more explicitly that he stumbled into it rather than Kira just took care of him. So, they wanted to make it... No, Kira's perfect. He doesn't want to kill anybody. Anyone he kills, it's an accident.
What if it fired a billion beams? What if
no,
more
that's
lasers?
that's Destiny. Destiny is even more beams.
Here's the thing. There is one condition under which I would unequivocally accept the kind of beam spam that the robots in Seed Destiny are sort of mimetically famous for, and that is if they are the sleepy awesome from New Battletech, where after doing it, they immediately overheat so hard they shut down.
Alright, so I have a question. Are we done here?
Yes.
Okay, I thought this was going to lead to some sort of fight or another.
Nope. There's actually one more time you come back here, and that is post-game.
Okay.
I don't know if you're even going to do post-game. That's up to you.
I might.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to fight a genie of some sort.
No.
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. No, Jeff. Not Jeff. You could probably go back to the Minikin domain, because I'm sure you have something.
Yeah, we
to
have
turn
about
in
47 plus at this point.
You picked up a bunch, like 6 or 7.
Sounds about right.
We used our seeds, right?
Nope.
Nope. The series we were talking about, unless Vinay already took care of it, was Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny.
Yeah, I mentioned it in chat. And also clarified that they're
look,
different.
I enjoyed Gundam shows, I really do, but man, sometimes they're not great.
I've enjoyed exactly.
There it is.
Right on to Torneko.
It apparently is the helm that they put in the thing. Why would they do that?
Ringham's whip.
So, fun fact about that shield.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Mighty Armlet's just a flat 25 strength up.
Get huge. We know who this is going to.
Yeah.
That's right. It's Elena.
Newbie, before you look at that shield, who do you think can equip it?
Everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
I would like you to read who can use that again and look really closely at it, because someone on there can use this shield and no other shield.
Oh, jeez.
Is this the only shield Maya can equip?
Yep.
What? Also, Torneko can't use it, but it's his ultimate armor.
So they actually allowed Ragnar to be able to use the liquid metal shield in this game, and originally it was just the 4 wizards.
Jesus Christ.
You can,
Well,
I mean,
straight
I'm
on to
sorry.
Maya.
It should go to Maya. It really should just go to Maya.
Yeah, so the beginning of IBO is incredibly good. A lot of people had problems with IBO because, as it turns out, a show where most of the characters are child soldiers gets pretty dark pretty fast.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the thing.
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Yeah, that's the thing I always say about Iron-Blooded Orphans is it's really good, and it's a really good story, but it is very dark.
It's like, you need to understand when you start watching Iron-Blooded Orphans, this is not going to end well for anybody.
Yeah, that is a very accurate way to put it.
Neat show. Like, I actually, the first time it came out, I thought this looked stupid. I'm not going to watch it. And then once the first season was through, I watched it and went, no, this is actually pretty good.
It also achieved... Sorry, go ahead.
I adore all the... Well, actually, first, before we get into a random tangent, plans?
I mean, you could go back and do a little bit of grinding while we're talking at the Azimuth, but that's about it. We've done everything.
Yeah, now I think we're headed to endgame.
Well, if you want to get people to like 30-ish, because a couple people aren't there yet, that's about it.
And you said the next dungeon's really long?
Oh, yeah.
It's involved, too. Yeah, it's a multi-phase.
I mean, if you're going to do the next dungeon, you might as well just do the whole thing, because we are at endgame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Figures much.
This is the save before Northern Crater, as it were. Where was I? Sorry. What else were you going to say, since I thought you were going to say something?
Give me a second. I broke my brain.
He needs to put a party together.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you just use whomever if you're grinding around here, because everyone's in the party.
Good
Just whoever your best team for murdering in, which includes the princess, and whoever has your liquid metal sword.
Mina, I think, still?
Mina. Right, not mine. Wait. Yes.
Yes, there you go. Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Oh, the suit designs in that are amazing. They're probably some of my favorite in the series.
They
Yes.
are. The high-grade model kits for that series are fucking incredible, too. Because they actually have, like, a full internal frame at this point. It's wild. Also,
Is there a problem, Newbie, that she was doing 90 points of damage per swing?
It's alright.
Lena means business. No, what I was saying is Iron-Blooded Orphans also accomplished the unusual feat of making off-brand Garma Zabi the most sympathetic character in the series.
I don't know about that one.
The finale of Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Season 1. I haven't seen Season 2, so don't talk about Season 2.
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to, like, say any specifics. When I originally watched it with my friends, which, I take it back, that was the last full Gundam series I watched with my friends.
There we go.
Not a bad one to stop on.
Yeah. We are trying to work through Turn A.
It's so good.
Turn A is also really good. Actually, I take it back. Turn A is the best suit designs.
Yes! Yes!
But we watched it, and we all, like, afterwards, we all just kind of like, fuck.
Yeah! Yeah!
Like, a solid couple of, like maybe like an hour afterwards. And I have
You're not supposed to feel good.
I have gone back and rewatched that finale multiple times because it is really good.
It is. Although, so the season 1 finale is special to me for 2 reasons. One, for the entirety of the final arc of season 1 of Iron-Blooded Orphans. Maybe it's a Canadian thing, but literally every time they mentioned Edmonton, I started to lose my shit.
Like in the train ride to Edmonton is great.
Death Road to Edmonton was the greatest plot arc I've ever seen.
It did give me a couple times, but wait a minute, that name sounds awfully familiar.
Just Edmonton. I don't know why. But 2.
Actually, just swinging is everybody's best move here.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing about the setup for the end of season 1 meant that something that was functionally in the very end of season 1, like when there is a brief standoff. It's disrupted by something that's functionally equivalent from a Warhammer 40k Cornate Dreadnought showing up to scream, "It's time to slam jam and start murdering." It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Is that the, for lack of a better term, because they're all kind of that, but, you know, the mech?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole sequence is fucking fantastic.
It is. So, do you know how 40k Dreadnoughts work?
No.
Specifically, when Space Marines get too mangled to keep fighting in person,
Oh, they put him in the machine.
they wire
that's
them
right.
directly into a robo-suit so they can murder from beyond the grave.
They're the Dragoons from StarCraft.
Yeah, it's a combination coffin/walking tank. It is literally a bipedal version of the Dragoons from StarCraft. You know, no surprises there. But specifically, the ones that
Finally.
fell to
There it
chaos.
is.
Yes, here it's time.
So when you're supposed to, a lot of guides I've been reading, just because I was curious about it, have suggested that you don't even go anywhere near a Stark until he knows how to cast that. Because it's too hard otherwise.
Cowards.
Yeah, it's a good
Cowards.
spell. It is not that good.
Maybe in the NES version, but not here.
Oops.
I think you're
Well, in the NES version, everyone's HP is about 30 to 40 lower, except for Ragnar, who's 100 points higher.
wow.
I would actually suggest you just stay in the mountains to the right of this place, because not everyone's going to get experience if you're fighting here.
I know, I'm trying to average the party off.
Oh, well, that's probably not going to happen, but hey, go for it. A level or two won't make a difference in the long run.
Yeah, alright. Let's change places again.
I'd actually recommend switching Ragnar out for someone with AoE.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking it.
I like him, don't get me wrong, but
Oh, Ragnar, he hits hard. He isn't afraid of no one.
Doesn't afraid of anybody. Okay. Yes. So yes.
again, we're really sorry.
We're
I'm just
really
going to keep saying it.
But yeah, I think there have been 3 full-length Gundam series that I watched end-to-end that I could say, like, with wholly unambiguously without reservation that I really liked. One of them was the first one. One of them was Turn A. And one of them was Gundam X, which I'll contend is the best one out of the entire lot. Because I'm terrible like that.
That's fine. I mean, and I'll contend that my favorite Gundam series is 08th MS Team just for one episode. I don't care about the rest of that whole series being kind of meh.
That's right, the best Gundam is War in the Pocket.
War in the Pockets, yeah.
Also a very good episode.
War in the Pocket, aka the Gundam Christmas special.
I should...
Are you going to eat hamburger after it, though?
No. Extremely no. You're also terrible. You're the worst. It's you.
I should.
Congratulations.
So, anime night. We, with some of the Thai crew, we've been doing an anime night for like the last year almost. We've watched a lot. We watched original Berserk.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
We watched Monster.
The show that never says in one episode.
9
It can say in
agility.
3.
9
Oh
agility.
wow. Yeah.
Monster was fantastic, but also so long.
Mhm. Oh, incidentally, if you are looking for a new show, Kanata no Astra came out pretty recently, and I absolutely adored it. It's like 12 episodes long, and it's just a good sci-fi show.
We're currently watching Shin Getter.
Oh
If
boy!
you can,
Get
go to
ready.
nighttime as soon as you get through this fight. The slimes show up a lot more commonly at nighttime.
Oh, okay. Which we're watching Shin Getter now because we watched New Getter meets or Shin Getter meets Neo Getter or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that one. The four episode one.
by accident because we meant to get Shin Getter and Doc obtained the wrong.
Yeah.
God damn it, Doc.
This gun has too much high power, man.
Man, Texas Mac.
Texas Mac.
Texas Mac is so good.
Keeps its gun under the Statue of Liberty.
And then when they go to they're in Japan and they go to the American Embassy in Japan and he pulls another sniper rifle out of the American Embassy.
Oh, Texas Mac.
Is there a problem here?
No problems. No issues.
The best way we found to describe any Getter Robo is, you know the joke that people make about Gundam with "Wow, cool robot"? That's Getter Robo, but
That's
actually.
Behold, it happened.
Yep.
Thank you for my dumb luck kicking in. You're probably not going to kill it.
No.
And then there's the Shin Getter Robo comic, which is simultaneously the what the fuckiest thing I've ever seen and the finale of the Wonderful 101. Like, literally, the plot of the very end of the Wonderful 101 was pulled straight from the Shin Getter Robo comic.
Getter Robo's great, but also, like, egregiously violent.
Yes, yeah. On the other hand, it has produced the single greatest comic panel I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, find me a better comic panel than fuck dinosaurs. I challenge you.
That monkey has a gun.
Is that no?
Strong
please say it right. Is that a monkey? He's got a gun.
Fat Dragon Quest, I'm pretty sure it was the Shin Getter Robo comic that had fuck dinosaurs in it.
Or just Spider-Man pointing at himself.
Did you watch Into the Spider-Verse?
Of course I did.
Yes!
I
That's it.
witnessed
That's-
people,
that's all
and
we'll
nobody
say.
else understood that scene when it got there, and I am almost on the aisleway laughing hysterically.
I mean, it was just an incredibly funny scene in and of itself. But God, that movie was so good.
Oh my god, yeah. That was another thing we watched recently when we were in between animes.
I was not prepared for how good that movie was.
That movie, in my head, was just, this is an actual 10 out of 10, and I don't understand why more people aren't, like, going apeshit over this movie.
Like, how are more people not raving about that movie?
Here's the real reason. It's been a billion years since there's been a good Spider-Man movie. Like, there really hasn't. Like, the new reboot was pretty alright. But, like, the original...
Tom Holland is fine.
The original trilogy had problems. So, like, people just went, oh, it's another Spider-Man movie, whatever.
But no, Into the Spider-Verse was
Also,
fucking incredible.
a lot of reviewers, because this is a very... fuddle. A very big issue with reviewers is they wrote it off because it's an animated movie.
Yep. No, this is very true. There were a couple of reviewers that, when it came up for awards and stuff, said, "Yeah, I didn't see it, so I'm not going to talk about it. I know I was supposed to see it, but it just looked like a dumb cartoon, so I didn't want to go look." Which is a bummer because it's a really good movie.
It's a really good movie.
Other things while we're just on anime talk for this last. Let me check my timer here.
About 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. When I was having the internet problems, and I bring this up because the recent season started up of it, me, Doc, Emily, and Sonobozu watched through all 3 seasons of Haikyuu.
Oh no.
Yep,
good series.
Yeah, it's a great series. Newest season started up where we're slowly moving through that. We also started watching, God, what is it? I can't remember how you say the word, but the other is keep your hands off of, and then the Japanese word for like anime club, pretty much. That was great. Nobody will ever tell you the premise of it, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and sell people up. Yeah, keep your hands off the Aizoken.
Aizoken.
Alright, so the entire premise is it is years in the future. ish, but like it's when like global warming has started happening and that sort of stuff. So just things are a bit weirder, but still pretty normal. Small girl watches an anime and is sort of super really into it and gets like the inspiration that she wants to make her own.
Right.
And then that's the premise. They want to make an anime.
Fair enough.
The thing is, they do a lot of crazy art style stuff.
That is promising.
That is, like, there was a sequence in the first episode, like near the end, that I just went, "Holy shit, this is outrageous!" And that's really, like, I am super excited to watch more of that.
Mm-hmm. Fat Dragon Quest does bring up a good point. So, like, Beastars got an animated adaptation recently, and so, like, there's a friend who has read about a jillion comics, who I go to as my sort of recommendation source, whose short description of Beastars was Zootopia's cocaine-addicted cousin.
Yep.
From what I've heard of it, that's accurate.
Which, I mean, how can I not read something with a description like that?
Okay, yeah, we got 2 more levels, yeah.
Remember to go back to nighttime.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
It also means that you seem to run into less of the shamans there.
In sort of older things, did either of you ever end up watching Infinite Revias?
Nope.
I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of that.
Okay. It's not quite Lord of the Flies in space, but it's sort of in that direction.
Remember, I have not actually seen that much in the way of the animes.
That's fair. I mean, it's definitely a lot older. It came out roughly contemporaneously with like Torneko Gundam, I think, somewhere around that time.
Yeah, I took like a 10-year break from it. I only got back into it recently, and Haikyuu was one of the things that did it.
Haikyuu's really good.
Yes, thank you.
Let's see. The last, I'm trying to play back the last 5 or 6 series I watched, and they were in order, reverse order, I think. Tekkaman Blade.
Nice.
Aura Battler Dunbine. Fang of the Sun Duckrum. Oh god.
You could tell me you're making up half of these names, and I
So Duckrum came out from 79 to 81. Dunbine came out, I think, 83 to 84. And Tekkaman Blade was somewhere in the 90s, and is the best show with the worst fucking animation I've ever seen.
I'm pretty sure that applies to a lot of Gundam shows, actually.
No, worse. Way, way worse. You have not seen Jank until you've seen Tekkaman Blade.
The only thing I know about Tekkaman Blade is that he was in the only Super Robot Wars I ever tried to play.
Fair enough.
And he has an attack where he shoots a beam and causes crystals to form, and I always just looked at that and went, sure. that makes sense.
That makes sense, I guess.
So, as I understand it, they had really serious workflow problems on Tekkaman Blade, so that every episode's production was hideously rushed, which means that the characters are off-model so often by episode 20 or so that I literally forgot what on-model looked like for the entire back half of the show. I could not tell at any time if a character was on model because they never looked the same from one episode to the next.
They took battle damage.
All right, so
not that time.
Chat brings up a good point. On a scale of 1 to Gundam Musashi, how bad is it?
That's 0.8 Gundam Musashis, I would say.
Wow, that's impressive.
It's pretty janky. And there's a lot of
wrong. We found more of these guys.
Please don't ship in more of these guys. Uchenna is definitely a series
eventually get another offensive spell for Boria.
I don't know. Crackle seems pretty good, or crack seems pretty good.
That's just, yeah, it's not crackle, it's crack. I'm pretty sure you already figured out what the next spell is.
But yeah,
Using
there
your
is.
keen sense of intuition.
Sorry, I forgot one of the series in my watching order, which was Space Runaway Down. Y'all should watch Space Runaway Down. It's pretty good.
Oh, that reminds me of the other thing. Not too long ago, we eventually fell off because there's a lot of it. Me and a friend of mine decided to attempt to watch most of Cardcaptor Sakura.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just long and relatively blurry.
Yeah, because it's very Monster of the Day.
Yeah.
The one thing, and when I say this, I emphasize, I mean this in the most literal sense.
It's
We're watching it, and I think on session 2, and again, this might have just been due to the localization that we got, or I was a kid, but I just turned to my friend and go, this show's way gayer than I remember it being.
No, I'm pretty sure it is, in fact, way gayer than you remember it being.
I'm pretty sure they had to cut large chunks of the original show out when they first aired it in the United States.
Yeah, there's, yeah.
Was that a 4Kids production?
I think it was Nelvana.
Yeah, it was before 4Kids.
Yeah, Nelvana was the localization studio.
Yeah, that was the other problem, is that there are a lot of hot for teacher parts.
Yes.
And,
Thanks, Clamp. Anyhow, I was gonna say, nope, straight out of my head.
Don't worry about it.
Yep. Man, you know what's really wild? So like, virtually every anime beyond a certain age didn't keep its original theme song for like obvious reasons, because there was virtually always the requirement for it to get English lyrics if that was going to happen, rather than just getting an instrumental version or whatever. With one exception. Speed Racer kept its original like meter, tune, and everything. They just wrote English lyrics for it.
I mean, how could you not keep the exact same one?
That's not the only thing that did that.
Maybe there's others.
Torneko. Somebody else hit 31. I thought we were there. One more level. I can list off 2 off the top of my head.
Oh, Sailor Moon. Yeah, Sailor Moon.
I can list off 4.
What are the others?
2. Well, still 2. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yu Yu Hakusho did an English version of the original Japanese song.
All right, fair.
And actually, there's a bunch nowadays, because I'll list off a couple more.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about like the sort of old era of anime.
Yeah. Because actually, the One Piece now they do localized versions of the theme song.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, I do. Once Funimation got it.
Yeah. So right, Yu Yu Hakusho did it, and Rurouni Kenshin.
Really? Huh. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, that one
I
was
am
definitely...
watching the chat. I'm waiting for one of you to drop the stupid thing about One Piece. The ban is coming.
Crumbs are
Oh, the pirate rap is amazing.
It is, but I'm waiting for people to make a dumb joke about it.
Yeah. There's sort of the meme associated with it, but in any case,
I will fully agree. That rap is hysterically good.
I love that rap and can remember most of the lyrics to it. I can't help but notice that we almost have enough for our investment.
Oh, the
flowing robe.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well just do it. You can sell the Robe of Serenity. You don't need it.
But what I found out really bizarrely fascinating is that, like, even for like 80s era anime, if they changed the opening, it was almost invariable that they changed the theme song that went with it. Except for Sailor Moon, which kept its opening tune for like 6 opening sequences. They were all visually distinct. They just used the same tune.
I mean,
So-
wouldn't you?
it is a really good piece of music. I'll give you that. It's just it has this sort of strange aura of a controlled experiment where they hold one variable constant and then all they change is the visuals.
Thank you for the follow, Pulse Wayne.
And in particular, the first Sailor Moon opening. If y'all have never seen it, I suggest you do look into it because it's got this weirdly like cotton candy flavored Persona 3 look to it that is hard to describe beyond that, and is definitely not what I remember Sailor Moon being like.
Oh, you mean Persona 3 with the lady version, FEH or whatever it is?
Not quite. Because, like...
You mean the good version with not the absolute shit protagonist?
Yes, the version with the amazing protagonist instead of the terrible one, I grant you, but...
Oh, God.
You know, they
That kid needs to
recently
get punched in
remembered
the
she
face.
existed, right?
What?
They did?
Yeah. For the second Persona Etrian Odyssey game, she's playable.
Fantastic.
The ultimate in sexy legwear.
Christmas miracle.
Wait, what?
The
Wait.
ultimate in sexy legwear.
Oh, okay.
Gal Narias wrote for... What?
Where? Oh, it's at St. Newbie's Burger.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I didn't expect, like, the one Japanese metal band I knew to show up in the chat. But, I mean, finally, like... yeah, the female protagonist for Persona 3 is just so much
I
better.
feel... What? No, this... Right, it's in here. I feel really bad because when I originally played through the PSP version, I played through as the male protagonist because that's what it felt like you were supposed to do. That was the true experience. And then...
No, please
Yeah.
no.
Oh well.
What if we replaced your garbage social
so
links with social
for,
links you
yeah.
want?
You said for this.
The flowing robe?
Yeah.
I mean,
The-
either
the
Kiam or Mina, but either or.
The female protagonist would be worth it if the only change her version of the game made was replacing what's-his-fuck with Junpei as the magician's social link.
Yeah, that was the big thing, is that you didn't have social links with people in your own party. For that are under the same signs.
Arcana, yeah.
Yeah, Arcana. And really, that's not that hard to switch.
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of,
No.
like, coding and writing swaps you have to do, but...
Okay, how much does a Glambolero sell for?
5,700.
5,000, yeah.
We can buy a
5,500.
second flowing dress.
Do it.
Well then,
Look, the glam boleros are fine, but the flowing dress is just flat out better.
It's defense. Actual, real defense.
real
have
Soviet
ways of getting-
defense.
Actual MP from other sources. You have tons of ways to get MP.
Yeah.
You
The-
need to
the-
keep your wizards from dying. By the way, if you're thinking about it, don't worry about getting another shield of strength. Sorry, power shield. My bad.
Mhm.
You'll find something else that'll fill that spot.
Yeah, so
Oh,
the
I should've kept
I will
those.
agree with Echo. The one weird thing about the female main character's route is that Junpei can sort of yo-yo on his character development based on where you are in the plot.
Mhm.
Where in
That-
his social link,
That's a problem that a lot of the Dragon Quest Persona games
Persona.
That have a social link separate from the story have is that the character development that character has in the social link isn't reflected in the story at all. And
Because the
That's bad.
alternative would be gating progress in that social link.
That
based
happens
on
in
the story.
4 a couple times too.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, here's the counterpoint. Base 3 did it that way. Base 3 just had their social links go up based on the story, and it's really good in that regard.
Yeah. Well, you could still have supports with the ladies in 3,
Right,
but not
but-
with the male party members.
Yeah, but the male party members were generally, to an extent, Akihiko's perfect. Shit. They were shittier than the female characters. Prove me wrong. Is Akihiko's perfect?
I'm sorry. You completely blindsided me.
Alright, how do we actually get access to this dungeon? I'm just gonna go outside the front of it.
Zenithia. You need to fall down through the hole that's in the actual Zenithia town proper.
Okay.
Are you fully healed up and all that fun stuff? MP wise?
No, and actually let's get our proper party lineup here. Actually, if I'm Maya is oh wait, Elena has bigger HP. Okay.
Carol and Maya?
Voria and Carol.
Voria's
Teams
been in
of
the party a
Obscura.
lot. Maya hasn't been had enough chance to show what she can do for a while.
You know, that's true. But maybe we just go the classic and reverse those two. Because Maya has bigger defense now. The
Oh, that's
classic.
because she's got the shield.
Yeah.
Meet the new
Is there an
party.
inn in Zenithia?
Yes,
I don't. No, I wouldn't count on that. Just go here.
Anyhow, I will say, I sort of was sold on the female main character version of Persona 3 when they're like, but what if the magician social link was literally just hanging out at the burger joint with Junpei talking about random shit?
All right
Which-
with that.
Yeah, it's very convincing in a much more down-to-earth way than a lot of the vanilla 3 social links. Not that I minded, for example, just somebody you know online as a social link. I thought that one was pretty good.
It's really good, and it's very... So one thing Base 3 did really good was actually kind of... Some of the social links were very believable.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, and very good adaptations for the modern age that we were coming into, such as, hey, this is just a very close friend that you make online playing a game.
Yeah, somebody you know through an MMO.
You got to keep going down, man.
Okay.
And some of them are President Tanaka.
Who is a gift in its own regard.
Yeah,
Oh,
he is a
absolutely.
treasure. President Tanaka is literally the best.
It's this hole. Oh, okay. The mouse that came up put a hole, that wasn't there before, which makes sense.
Yeah, there. Soldier came in and told you about it as you were talking to the Master Dragon,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah,
he's
he
or
did mention.
Dragon God,
Oh.
whatever. Just jump in the damn hole.
Going down.
You're there.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
All right.
Next time.
The end.
Then?
Then, question mark. Also, more chattering about anime for 2.5 hours.
I don't know about that one.
Maybe. Hey, I was grinding. We need something to fill up the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway. Next time.